So in this video, I am going to be talking about how you can stop feeling so freaking tired. I hear a lot of people tell me, and I've experienced this myself, that, hey man, I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. I got good sleep. You know, I really hadn't exercised, so I shouldn't really feel tired for anything. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, you got it all backwards. You think you're supposed to be tired from exercise, and it's really the opposite. You know, when you do exercise, your blood starts to flow. When your blood starts to flow, you start to feel more energized, and that blood flow is carried into the rest of the day. On top of that, the food that you eat, if you're eating a bunch of high carbs, a bunch of processed crap, you're gonna feel low energy no matter what. Your body's gonna be stuck digesting that food the entire time. So you have to think from a very strategic standpoint. If you want to feel energized, you need to make sure you're getting that exercise in, because you got to get the blood flowing. You need to make sure that you're eating decent food, because you don't want to be digesting crap all day long. And you want to make sure that you're timing your meals. When are you eating, and why are you eating at those certain times? Are you eating before a workout so you're energized throughout the workout? Are you skipping meals before your workouts? That'll cause you to feel tired during your workouts. There's lots of factors that play into this, and if you want to learn more about it, I want to learn more about it too. I've experienced it. I just hadn't put theory into real concepts and actually created a strategy based off of it. But currently I am working on creating a strategy that helps people become aware of when they're eating, what they're doing, just help people become aware of the things that they feel. And if you aren't asking yourself, why am I feeling this way after doing this thing, then you're missing out. You're leaving your growth to chance, and you're really not being mindful about how you want to improve in life. It's when you become incredibly aware of everything that's happening and you start to question everything that you really start to understand. Over the past 4 years, I've been working out, and I hadn't been able to build very much muscle, at least not as quickly as I would have liked. But over just this past year, I've built 30 pounds of muscle. The difference was I became very aware of how I was eating, when I was eating, and also my training. I became aware of everything. I wasn't just doing things. I wasn't just moving weight just to move weight. I wasn't just eating food just to say I could eat food. I was doing things very intentionally, and I was asking myself the tough questions. Why do I feel tired after this meal, but after that meal, I actually don't feel as tired? And after asking myself those questions for months on months, and even a couple years, I started to realize there's a pattern here. When you start to see these patterns, you start to learn how your body reacts to certain things. When you learn how your body reacts to certain things, then you can start to make adjustments. Okay, you know, maybe I'm really tired if I eat a big meal in the morning. How about I eat a big meal, you know, a little bit later in the day, like not right before I go to bed, but a couple hours before I go to bed, so I have time to digest it. Once you start making these strategic moves, you find ways to hit your protein goals, to hit your calorie goals, to become energized, and to build muscle. Once all of these things become optimized, now you're living at a level of life that you didn't realize existed. Your energy levels are high all day long because you're doing everything right and you're doing it at the right times. It's like unlocking the secret code within your DNA. It's like a superpower, because you start to look around at everyone else and you realize all these people have become slaves and they're drained, they're zombies, they don't even know why. And the second that you make a statement, make a question, make them think about the way that they are feeling, they reject it. They immediately reject it because they do not wish to have the same awareness that you have. So when you start to develop this awareness, you want to share it with other people because you know what it's done for your life. But the thing is, people don't want that type of awareness. They don't. There's a reason people are not aware of these things. There is a reason everything is set up in a certain way. There's a reason. There's the school system. There's a reason. There's all these jobs that are training people to become a flock, to just go wherever they go and never ask questions, never get curious, never become aware of why things are happening. But it's that 1% mindset. When you develop this 1% mindset, you want to give everyone else the 1% mindset. The thing is, the 1% mindset is only the 1% if only the 1% have it. So I know you want to help people, especially, after watching all these self-development things. I feel the same way. That's why I'm making this content, because I want other people like you to understand that there are other people like you out there. There's people who are trying to level up their lives in ways no one else is thinking of. So next time you feel like nobody else is on this journey, like you're the only one, just know, in maybe a couple months, maybe even a year, you are going to run into someone who's on the same path as you, who's optimizing their life in every way possible, become the highest level of themselves, to reach this level of consciousness that only few know. There's this way of life that people are not living. When I look up and I look around at all the people, and I hate to do it, I hate to compare myself, but I just see, I don't think it's a comparison, I just see a bunch of lost people. I walk by people and they can't look me in the eye. I smile at people and they can't smile back. I'm in a good mood, and people are looking at me weird. I'm doing things a little differently and people are judging me. So there's this reason that everything is happening. There's a reason I wear these these red glasses. It's because I've reached a level of awareness in my sleep. I know if I want higher quality sleep, then I have to do some things differently than most people would. It's like I said in one of my earlier videos, if you don't make a change, nothing changes. It's what they say in all the self-improvement videos. You gotta change something for something to actually change. So if you are living this pattern, this cycle of life, the reason nothing is changing, the reason you're not feeling any differently, is because you're not changing anything. There is only one factor that's unique in every situation in your life. There's only one factor that is consistent in every single aspect of your life. There's a pattern. That pattern is you. You are the only thing that shows up everywhere you go. You are the only thing that can make a difference. You are the only person that can start to change your life. When you realize that, that's extreme ownership. If there's one self-improvement tip that I can give anybody, there's one thing that you could do to start to change your life, to become the highest level version of yourself. It is to take accountability in your life for the things that happen. If you feel tired, you ask yourself, what did I do to make myself feel tired? You do not ask yourself, oh, what can I blame for being tired? Oh, this person's annoying me. They're making me tired. No, it's you, okay? You are in control. I hear people say all the time, you are really annoying me. Man, I was in that spot. I've been in that spot before, and it's tough because it really does feel like people are annoying you. But all you have to do is detach from the situation. All you have to do is decide, this person has no impact on my life, no matter what they say or do. Guys, you are zombies. You are chained up. Something has programmed you to be weak, to not break the mold. The other day I was in the gym, and I was listening to this song called I Love Jesus, and it's like this really cool rap song. I love it. I love to sing it. It's cool, and it's got a great message. And it goes like, I love Jesus, something like that. And I'm sitting here singing it. I'm blaring it in the locker room. There's like 5 other guys in there. I'm like, all right, everyone, come on, sing along. I love Jesus. And nobody does it. Nobody. And that didn't frustrate me. But it kind of made me sad because I realized there's people out there who are not willing to break the mold. There's this mold that they have created, the devil has created. He wants everyone to stay within this mold, within this limit. We limit ourselves, we lock ourselves up. And this mold that the devil has created is slowing you down. He's made one for me. I've made one for myself. I've been stuck in it. But I'm constantly pushing to break that mold. What is that limit that you have set on yourself that you don't even know you've set on yourself? Are you saying that you're tired? That it's too early to do certain things? Are you saying that you are a night person? You can't be a morning person. I'm a night person. No. I can't wake up early. I'm a night person. No. Stop, okay? You are whatever you say you are. You are whoever you decide to be. There's no like identity that you can lock yourself within. Only God has control of that. How dare you say, I am only this person? No, you are not. You're way more than that. Don't let the devil deceive you. You've put limits on yourself. You've stopped yourself from doing certain things that you know are good for you. But you stop yourself from doing them simply because I'm not this type of person. I don't identify as this type. That's ridiculous. Come on. Look, the second you realize the only limit you have is your limiting beliefs, that's when you realize you can go places in life. That's when you realize nothing can stop you. As long as you're acting in accordance to the will of God, there is nothing that can stop you. But that mold, like I was saying, that mold, it's comfortable. You don't have to move. It's cozy, it's warm. It's not freezing cold like it is right now. My hands are going numb. My face is going numb. That mold is meant to keep you safe. It's also known as ego. There's ego and consciousness, okay? Ego wants you to stay in that mold and wants you to not break out of it. It wants you to stay the version of yourself that you are right now because it's meant to protect you. The consciousness knows what is good for you. It knows. And it's that side of you that's like, yeah, let's take this risk. Let's commit to this action daily because I know these are the things that I need to do to become the version of myself I want to become. But the ego says, no, come on, man. Come on. You can't do that. Man, what if you commit and then you break it? What's that going to feel like? That's ego talking, okay? When ego talks like that, you listen because ego talks to you with emotion. And that emotion, it's cozy, it's warm. It's exactly what you want to hear when you want to hear it. Ego is a heck of a salesperson, okay? Ego is a great salesperson. But conscience is like the investor. The investor is saying, hey man, look, if you start this now and you just commit to doing this, just every month, in 50 years, you'll look up and you'll be a millionaire, okay? That's consciousness. And your ego versus your conscious. What wolf are you going to feed? Your ego is the black wolf. Your conscious is the white wolf. What wolf are you going to feed? The one you feed is the one that grows. If you keep listening to your ego and you keep feeding it, and you keep giving it these opportunities to win, to stay comfortable, you don't grow. You stay who you are until eventually you become so numb to the voice of ego that you become ego. You become this comfy, cozy, squishy dude with love handles and Cheeto in your belly button who's just addicted to dopamine, who's scrolling on his phone every second he gets, who's checking social media, who's watching the TV shows, who's eating the ice cream sandwiches, the Little Debbies, all of that crap. When you listen to your ego, that's who you become. But when you listen to your consciousness, you become a beast. You awaken to who God is calling you to be. Listen to this. Do you think that Jesus, when he was tempted by the devil, do you think he listened to his ego or his consciousness? When he fasted for 40 days and the devil was like, yo, come on, eat this bread, man. You gotta be hungry. What is that? The devil is ego, trying to get you to succumb to comfort. Because if he can get you to succumb to comfort, he can get you to sin. He can get you to separate yourself from God. But if you listen to consciousness, if you listen to that little voice in the back of your head that you hear saying, no, come on, Enoch, don't listen to that. Don't look. Here, I've laid out a whole plan for you. If you just follow this, you become something great. But ego's over here like, oh, Enoch, that's a lot of work, man. You can't be doing that. Look, just stay under these comforts. Just stay under these blankets. Don't get out of bed. It's warm in here. Okay, so just sleep a little longer. You'll get more energy, okay? You'll get more energy. And then it's lying to you. It's just keep leading you on and on and on till eventually you're committing these big sins. You've drained yourself of all your energy, all your life force. Your spirit becomes heavy. And you feel empty as a person because you are stuck in this cycle of consuming, until you become awakened and you realize, I am depressed. My life sucks. Nothing good is happening right now. I feel like crap. I'm a loser. All the people around me, they look down on me. They don't look up to me. Then you wake up and you realize how important it is to not listen to ego. Then you stop listening for a little bit. You get a little bit of momentum. And then you go right back. You go right back to that ego, to that comfort zone. Because you lack commitment. You lack discipline. And I'm telling you, if you would just commit to something, get an accountability partner, start tracking your life, there's a whole different level you can come to. There's a whole different vibration of a human being that you will become. And people will start to wonder, what's different about you? Why are you always in a good mood? Why do you have these habits? Why do you do these certain things? And some will even start to judge you. A lot of times I have seen people start not question me. They automatically jump to judgment. Why are you doing that? Instead of being curious. Enoch, you do this. I'm curious. Why do you do that? What is the reason for that? People will automatically assume something because something happens in their mind. They get a pattern interrupt and their attention is drawn. And then because you have their attention, because you are unique, because you're different and you're doing things for a reason, people will judge you. They'll make statements because they want attention from you, because they see you're different. If you were just part of the flock, they wouldn't notice a difference. So you're weird, you're cringe until you're the blueprint, until you're the new cool, until you're the guy they all look up to. Shoot, I've even experienced people being intimidated by my progress. People start to treat me differently because they've seen some of the progress that I've had, and they feel intimidated. It's this superiority complex that happens in their minds because they have listened to ego their whole lives. And when an ego runs into a conscious, when the black wolf runs into this giant, jacked, disciplined, humble, high level, high version of himself, this white wolf that's just superior in all its ways, because in the end God wins. Consciousness wins. His consciousness knows what is right. It runs into this giant wolf, this white wolf that's pure, that's strong, that can defeat anything. And this ego, this black wolf, is intimidated. He barks and he growls at this white wolf to try to scare him away. But the white wolf is just there. He's just doing his own thing. The black one is just intimidated and barks and growls at him. And the white wolf just walks by. The black wolf doesn't even try to fight, because the white wolf is so strong. He knows himself. He knows exactly who he is. His identity is in God. His validation is not placed in other people, it's placed in his actions. And when the black wolf runs into the white wolf, he sees that. And he's intimidated, because the black wolf lives from the validation of other people. The black wolf every day wakes up thinking about how he can become validated. That's not how the white wolf lives. This black wolf is just chasing comfort. He chases these rabbits. He gets distracted easily. He doesn't have a plan. He just goes day by day, just wakes up whenever he wants, eats whatever he wants, does whatever he wants. He works out every so often, does a couple sprints, and then he goes right back to consuming, to eating things that are bad for him. The black wolf never tries to level up in life because the black wolf is enslaved by his emotions. The white wolf, that's the one you want to be. That's the one everyone strives to be. That's the one everyone wants to be. But not many people are willing to do the work that the white wolf is willing to do. Not many people are willing to wake up every day to fill up their cup so they can fill up others. Not many people are willing to do the same routine, the same morning every day, no matter what. Not many people are willing to sacrifice the late nights, the bars, the weed, the drugs, the easy dopamine. Not many people are willing to sacrifice those things. That's what the white wolf is willing to do. The white wolf has built a system. He doesn't act on emotion. He acts on discipline. He shows up every day. No matter how late, no matter how early he needs to complete his task, he makes it happen. The black wolf, man, he really feels like it some days. And he feels good when he feels like it. But on those days he doesn't feel like it. He doesn't take any action. And because of that, he never builds any momentum. He just becomes an emotion. It comes for a little bit and then it fades away. So if you want to live a life that is like the white wolf, that has impact, that doesn't just impact his own life, that doesn't just live the highest level of his own life, but also everywhere he goes, he leaves behind a little light, a little more water to fill everyone else's cup. Impact that doesn't just go from you to the other person, but it also goes from the other person to so many others as well. You become a light that shines in the shadows, in other people's shadows. You become this wolf that takes the black out of all the other wolves, that exposes their weaknesses, but also exposes who they can become. If you're ready to live that life, to embark on this journey of becoming the strongest wolf you possibly can, to become this beast of a human being, to not worry about whether or not you're going to get there, because you know you're putting in the daily actions every single day, day and night. No matter the time, no matter the hour, no matter how you feel, you still get it done and you give it your best. If you want to live in that way, subscribe, okay? My name is Enoch, and if you listen, if you take the inspiration and the energy and the light from me, and you allow yourself to be exposed by it, your life will transform in ways you never would have thought could happen. You'll become aware of things you never thought you'd be aware of. You'll become aware of things you didn't even know existed. If you got value from this video, like it, share it with a friend. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow my reach because I know my message is strong. It can help so many people. Stay blessed, stay disciplined, and I'll see you on the next one.